Guys, can you just tell us what you think of the gangster part of the whole name, the people's gangster? I mean, this person is associating people with the gangsters. And most of the people in the world are against gangsters. I mean, they break in our homes and everything, they kill and everything like that. So what do you think?
Hey, give me a chance here. Yeah. Okay, you're saying the government, you're saying religion, you're saying all of this. Are you trying to say that, well, you can do much better than them?
I'm not saying you're failed. I'm saying we always, as a society, we always need to find new ways of doing things.
So
not do with religion or government, they are failed. But if this must happen, we need other ways. And I'm saying through the people's cancer concept, we can be able to achieve that. With the mind that I have, with the knowledge that I have.
So you are our next hero now?
Yeah.
So are you going to be our next hero?
I'm not here to complicate or escalate your world's problems, partner. I'm here to participate in the alleviation of those problems that we are fully able to, but mostly neglect. I'm here to potentiate a clearer, more upright outlook on the younger, naive yet uncorrupted mind. Pray that most of them can size quickly the plain truth that if your spirituality is weak, you are weak. Pray again and always that they will meet the fundamental recognition that we have nothing to gain from the sinful, hateful, vindictive tendencies and ways. Never rest, never be silent, educate and potentiate. Never ever rest, never ever be silent, educate and potentiate and educate.
And ladies and gentlemen, the doctrine is called PG style wisdom and this man, if not for all, but for those few horses that will drink.
What's a gangster to you?
Gangster, pretty much I feel there's two different types of gangsters.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can combine them and make it one gangster. Gangster is someone with the love of the neighborhood. Someone who'll die for the neighborhood, someone who'll do anything for the neighborhood, but still love and respect everyone else. A gangster is like, I'd say a gangster is like Robinhood from the well-known Disney Pixar Robinhood. Someone who takes from the rich, gives to the poor, but doesn't kill the rich. Instead, kind of makes the rich want to look into really what it is that they're doing and see how they can help the poor themselves, instead of just fading out into the background and spending all their monies and giving it to themselves, rotating it amongst themselves, if I should say, put it that way.
Yeah. The other type of gangster?
The other type is the roughneck, the one who doesn't give a F. Well, the one who doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He'd do anything, more like an opportunistic person.
Yeah.
I should say, you know?
Yeah.
Someone who just lives for the day, lives for what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, with those two descriptions of a gangster,
yeah, man,
we get someone that you meet for the first time and they introduce themselves as the people's gangster.
The people's gangster.
The people's gangster. You don't get that opportunity to really, find out what is he about. You just get the introductions and you pass, like in a train or taxi, and he's gone the next moment.
And introduces himself as the people's gangster.
Gangster of the people.
That's the one that I'd say was the first example that I made.
Yeah.
Someone who really looks up to other people's needs.
Yeah.
Someone who thinks for someone else other than themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
A people's gangster.
A people's gangster. That's what it is.
Gangster? Who is it?
Yeah. Right here.
You the people's gangster?
I'm the people's gangster.
Is he a guru? Okay. Is he a guru?
So that's something else that gets provoked in your mind.
Yes, because if you're saying that it's someone you find anywhere, everywhere, is he universal? Is he a higher power? What is he? Because if he's everywhere,
the thing is,
and you can find him anywhere, he provides for everybody.
Yeah, so many things have been provoked thus far from the way people's gangster. Yes. But generally, what would you make of that person? Having already discussed what you've discussed, having already thought of the things you've thought about, what would be the main thing that you think this could be what the people's gangster is about?
I'm not too sure. He could be many things.
God damn, this nigga is troublesome.
Of course, that's the one thing you always think about. Come on, someone coming up to you. I'm the people's gangster. Nigga, please.
Tusiveza uwe mapra. Oqala ngicela ukufustana from your side ukuthi umuntu makathi ngigangster. Uwe provoker nale. Igangster yini?
Ubugangster bukanini mfethu yabo.
Sure.
Thina ngeke sithi yiye umuntu khona ama gangster yabo. Because kapaya kugcwele lentwana lezi ama hip hop yabo. Kugcwele lentwana lezi zabo cheese boy. So ama gangster grand asuka from ekhaya. Ubuhlevanyana basekhasi kuthiwa nami mina ngiyigangster ngoba nakho ngibhema izolo. Nakho mina ngilezi ngiphathi igono or ngiphathi intshiza ngishaya ithathu or kanjani. But thina ngayinaye nyayibolesha inethathu. Awuyivezi kanti maybe singasho ukuthi maybe yena ngasho ukuthi uyigangster or something yabo kanjani.
Yeah.
Ah no, eceda.
But ugangster kuwe busho right ukuthi okay.
Ugangster vele ubugangster vele buvaya ngeattitude uyabona. From ekhasi vele kuyacava iSoweto eMazolo bekugcwele ama gangster vele. Lezi ziphi lezi zezolo ezibamba inkunzi. Yabo eziphakayo ezenzani. But thina ngayakusile silezi ezine timing siziphushela isimongolo sethu that is why thina sizibiza ama gangster angayi. Angeke understand vele.
But mayo collide nale gangster langada.
Angeke ngicollide ne gangster langada.
Okay, ngitho nje ukuhlangana ngomqondo ukukhiphani yeah.
Bheka ngiphela mangizohlala naliya. Liya izobona ukuthi okay mina ngathi ngizoyihlakaniphela. Ngoba mina ngizela ngomqondo yona engizela ngani ngobuhleva.
Yeah.
Yabo. Phela thina ngayiya mfethu thina ngayi sipusha enhleke sine timing. Singasho ukuthi sipusha ubugangster ngetiming.
Yeah.
Siyadlala idice. Ziyasha senze izinto ezibhaye.
Yeah.
But angeke uzothi ngayika sikunama gangster angeke udelay gangster ngoba nakhe ziyasha.
But when uzibona uyigangster.
I'm a gangster man.
All right, my bad. Masiti gangster kuwe.
Gangster mentality, slang, drugs, every day 24/7 on the block, Pac-Man. Remember that. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Straight up and down the pole like sliding, nigga, like. We blazing, nigga. We gangster, nigga. Look at me. Our own stars, nigga. Yeah. South Africa, proudly South African gangster.
Okay, fine. If this person is a people's person, he provides to everyone. He does not discriminate. There's no classism. So I'm thinking it could be someone who is kind of like Jesus. You know, God sent Jesus down to earth and provide for the people, and no one really knew and not everyone trusted him. So he could be someone like that, working to help the people, but not everyone is going to trust him. Like obviously we hear his name and we instantly think, okay, what's going on with this man? Why is he calling himself people's gangster? You know, the gangster of the people. So a lot of things come to mind, but to put him in a box, I'd say he's someone who woke up one day and felt that I want to change the world and help people.
Damn. So a people's gangster, you are a person yourself. You are a person yourself, ne? And these are all people.
I ain't no people's gangster. I'm my gangster. I'm not a cardboard gangster. Yeah, cardboard gangsters are people's gangsters.
Yeah.
Abo KRS-One. Fuck the people.
Now, what is a people's gangster?
A people's gangster.
Ones are the people's gangster. What is a people's gangster?
Those people that donate to the people, the community. They give back. Gangsters don't give back. Ain't nobody gave me shit for shit.
Nigga, look, you play your dice with them homies and it.
Yeah.
When you hungry niggas buy you a quarter break for a start. They giving to you. They people's gangsters in the
Ain't nobody gonna buy me a quarter,
you do the same thing.
Ain't nobody gonna buy me a quarter, yeah.
But you buy someone a quarter.
Yeah,
you are the people's gangster.
I got a good heart.
You are the people's gangster then.
He's in Shazam. Fuck the people. He's in Shazam.
Alright, one, yeah, show me, bro.
One thing for sure, a gangster, I speak Gucci, I'm a gangster. That's how gangsters act.
Yeah.
I won't come to you and say I'm a people's gangster.
Yeah.
If I'm gangster, I keep myself gangster. And I keep what I do to myself.
But this society, you know, the way isn't those one corner. There's a need to always raise each other. Niggas are falling all over.
Yeah.
So how you gonna raise niggas up, or niggas know that you are capable of raising them up if you're not house big?
Tina again in our hood, ne?
Yeah.
How we get them gangster, ne? This is how we do it. Tina. We look out for our homies, ne?
Yeah.
If I know Gucci, I'm working in this company and my homie needs a job, that's how I hook him up. But that doesn't make me gangster.
Yeah.
I think We hustler. I'm still gonna think.
Hustler, I could be a hustler that helps people.
Well, he doesn't necessarily have to help people. He could be avoiding hurting people by hustling. I just had another thought.
Or maybe this guy.
What if he's an anti-gangster? And there's the gangsters who harm the people, and he is the people's gangster who will not harm the people, but will protect them against the real. So he's a Robin Hood sent from heaven. Yes, like a police person, a person who does services to the poor and stuff without pay. I think
Doesn't that resemble a Robin Hood?
Yes.
So anti-gangster person.
Right there.
The people might
gang.
okay, when you put gangster of the people, so the people might put the positive in the gangster, so it's anti-gangster.
Yeah. Mother, that makes sense.
Mother Teresa.
People's gangster right there. Exactly.
Yeah, it's like all these things put together, you know, this other phenomenal bomb.
Now, what you guys make of Robin Hood? What you guys make of Robin Hood?
Robin Hood is the man.
It's the man. Can I tell the story of Robin Hood?
Tell the story of Robin Hood.
Robin Hood was born into I don't know if he's a sire or a knight, but someone who had money and land. And then he decided, okay, I'm rich, but I'm gonna go fight in the wars in Egypt with his king, King John. So when he came back, where's King John? Gone. His brother at the throne. He was poor by the time he came back. Had to go into hiding. They wanted to kill him. They wanted to do everything to him. So he decided, okay, we're going to live in the forest, right? We are going to scavenge. We are going to take from those who have already taken everything from us.
Yeah.
And in the end, everything was equal, basically, by the time he got what he wanted. He put his king back on the throne. He got everybody equal. He didn't punish severely those who took from him.
But still punished.
He punished those in power, but nobody was severely just like, okay, we're gonna chop your head off because you were listening to the king or whatever. That's what I like about the end of the story, just before Arthur took over.
Like the concept, gangsterism.
Yeah.
It's pure stupidity.
Okay, but that's why perhaps we need people's gangsters. You
But
know,
then,
someone may say we
wait.
need people's gangsters from that line. Put the P before the G, not just gangsterism with that stupidity, but people's gangsters.
Yeah, so okay, fine. What you're trying to say is that, okay, by saying I'm a people's gangster, I make my stealing right.
No, you're not stealing. You are the people, the gangster that is for the people, so you cannot steal.
A gangster who
The
is...
gangster is in the attitude, perhaps. I need to my brother, uthe wena uthe timing. Timing, my brother.
Sure.
Gangster lo.
Yeah, ngayi.
Yeah.
Ugangster bangayi.
Yeah.
Singasho ukuthi timing, but obviously yacava nawo vaya kasi. Ugangster wanda ukuphaka iduna. Ziyasha 24/7. Izinto ezinjalo.
But manga gangster buyabhayiswa. Bozobhayisa lo gangster bangayi all over the world. This is the gangster.
Bengabhayisa lo bangayi.
Yeah.
Ngoba bangayi bune timing.
This person came to you and introduced himself as a people's gangster, so clearly he must have stolen from someone.
You don't know
No,
that.
I'm talking Robin Hood here. I'm talking Robin Hood here. That's why I wanted to hear the story of Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. Let's not
I'm more interested in the stealing part. If you're comparing the people's gangster to Robin Hood. Yeah.
Right?
And
then
he
Robin
stole.
Hood stole from people.
But
then
you
how
stole
is he
from
helping
people to
people?
give poor people? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not about the stealing, it's about the giving.
You have enemies whether you help people, whether you don't help people. We could all be poor, but someone is going to hate on you. Even though you're in the same position, you're in the same level, you are going to find someone who's not
That's
going
why
to
you
like
have
you.
to
But better
or like
you are
what do.
innocent. But better you are innocent even when you have enemies.
See, that's why you have to be
But
gangster
the-
and rise regardless.
Then you still got
Exactly. It doesn't
That's
make a
right.
difference. Be it you are good, innocent, not
Exactly.
innocent.
Do you know
You
what I
have
mean?
enemies anyway. So if you know that you're gonna have enemies, no matter what you do, you might as well help the people.
Yes,
Help the people in how exactly
They
you find
all
them whether you're
be
sitting at home. To be
enemies.
fair, Robin was taking back what belonged to the people he was helping. So
Exactly.
so he was giving back to what, the people what belonged to them, kind of like the land, you know. The Boers come in and they take the land, and the people like no. Technically speaking, the land does not belong to you. It belongs to the black people that you took it from, or the African people that you took it from. So basically, he was being fair. Yeah.
He was being fair.
Yes, he was
White
being
on
fair.
white hate is bad, yo.
There was no other option except stealing from those people.
Not
that he could
stealing.
achieve his
Take
goals.
it for the mere fact that he had to go to that level where he had to steal. That means there were not
negotiations.
That means that he had no other options. You know,
And
so
maybe,
he had to
ne,
come
the
up with
people's
plan B.
gangster is also a gangster, like a Robin Hood kind of thing, ne? But then in an emotional way instead of physically. Do you know what I mean?
No, we don't understand.
We don't understand. That kind of emotional
like a
gangster.
hustler emotionally, you know, like people who've been like and through like
No, but there are
you know,
gangsters
exactly.
with a
But then they like
Yes.
There are gangsters with a heart.
Oh yes.
Now, with Robinhood,
Yeah, man.
what's the deal with Robinhood? What is your knowledge about Robinhood?
Robinhood is gangster, man. You know, all I can say about Robinhood is, okay, the story is basically the point of the story is to steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Steal from the rich and give
to the poor.
Now, is stealing good? If you had a child, would you encourage him to be a Robin Hood?
No. But you must understand that it is there. And some people are pulled to that point that they can't do anything no more. I mean, I don't blame someone when they steal a packet of sugar in a store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just took the packet of sugar because he needs it for not only him but maybe the family or whoever, you know.
That in the long run, he becomes a gang, a serious gang banger, depending on the circumstances, and he ends up in jail or dead. And that can't be good.
That's because of the system, I think.
Yeah.
The system doesn't take care of the people.
Yeah.
The system doesn't teach the people.
So we need people's gangsters to help the people.
Exactly, my man. Exactly, my man. We need the system to change. Okay, not necessarily change, but we needed to uplift more.
To uplift more.
Yeah, man. Uplift the people. Educate. Educate, my friend. There's nothing, although most gangsters feel education, they don't need education. All they need is the money. They're just chasing the money. But at the end of the day, they're also learning something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gangster is someone that fails in life and takes the easy way out.
Yeah. He introduces himself as a people's gangster. That's what I'm fucking with. I'm the people's gangster.
Yo, meet me, my man. I'm the people's gangster.
Well, you know, of course, I done read books about Robin Hood. Person that used to steal, he was a people's gangster. Used to steal from the rich and give to the poor. So yeah, if somebody introduces himself as a people's gangster, then they are a people's gangster.
Did Robin Hood ever say I'm the people's gangster?
Nah, he didn't really say that, but I mean, if you rob.
No, he's not saying I'm robbing. The people's gangster is not saying I'm robbing. He's saying, meet me, I'm the people's gangster. He's not saying too much. He's just saying the people's gangster. What is your impression?
Well, then I'm gonna have to ask a few questions to that person to say what makes him a people's gangster. Is he, what, does he rob people for the people, or, you know what I'm saying? Is he a gangster?
But yourself, without even asking him those questions, if you just said, I'm the people's gangster, then fuck. Wow. In your mind, in a train or taxi, when you're thinking about that, how would you feel?
Somebody greets me and says I'm a people's gangster. It's a bit of a puzzle.
And he disappears.
Well,
or comes at night in your dream and says, I'm the people's gangster. Something comes in your dream at night, I'm the people's gangster, and it goes. You wake up in the morning, people's gangster.
People's gangster.
What would you think, my man? Imagination-wise.
Yeah, so I would imagine that I'm a gangster, but I'm a people's man. So now to make me a people's man, that means we talking two things here: people's gangster.
Gangster of the people.
Yeah. The other way around, which is the same meaning anyway.
For sure.
People's gangster. A gangster that people love. Yeah. Certain people love that gangster. And due to his gangsterism, some people don't like that.
You're gonna be that big-headed, the way a gangster is, but then you're gonna have that state of mind, it's conscious. Okay, this nigga is saying that, okay,
he comes to me in the street, and I'm not high yet.
No, okay, let me explain the people's gangster the way he told me. See, like maybe let's say you were a gangster before, right?
Yes, you were a gangster.
Yeah, and then look, you are changed. You know more gangster hardcore like that, but you still have the behavior but you don't do less as before. Now you're conscious. Now you're conscious, but you still a gangster, but you gangster for the people. You care about other people.
Because, my brother, if you're going to go to society and try to regenerate somebody or show somebody the light, I'm going to tell you quickly. But my feel to the people's gangster again. But smoked up yet. But young John, but I know you're people's gangster is very but young John, but I know you're people's gangster is very but young John, but I know you're people's gangster is very but young John, but I know people's gangster is very my reputation is a you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. First time I'm going up a weekend. But what's the use of making a good impression and when you deliver what you deliver, still people don't listen? Baba, we are people. We're not like animals. Okay. You grow up, you learn how to punch, you hunt, you die. We've got many different ways of being. Yeah. Diversity is the one thing. Not we are animals, but Maratina, it's not diversity.
There's another way.
Like you say, impressions, first impressions. Even if foundation, so the people's gangsters, the kind of nigga that will say, people change.
If you want to change,
there's a guy I grew up with me, and
yeah, but and I'm asking me now, you can some fundis. Kinsa for the people.
Don't finish the way later good eating across this is gangster. Don't you say that? I love our Lord at the way I'm not going to have in definition, you're against that. It's so different. My tat the way to bear and I can see later. I can't stand up. It's Kevin what's up. As youth. So to be relevant to the youth, let's call ourselves the people's gangsters. Because you're trying to deliver here a message with man, Javan Prophet, Javan Spilisan, is Patani Crane. Spend it in so backstabbing go away. Sort of things. Stuff like that is never going to go away because but you feel what it needs to go away when they steal all your equipment that home with you. You feel what it needs to go away. And how do we make it go away? Then
you get the people's gangster.
Gangster for me, gangster, my king. Yeah, gang means gang. Then star means we all stars. That's why we calling ourselves gangsters.
So what's the people's gangster? What's the people's gangster?
The main star on top of the gangsters.
Come again, my man. Repeat that.
The main star on top of the food chain of the gangsters.
That's the people's gangster.
That's a people's gangster. But I ain't one of those gangsters. Yeah. I ain't one of them.
Okay, if you come to with that approach to shop, then I'm going to be the people's gangster. I'm not going to take it. People end up giving you other nicknames. Not the Robinhood. Robin is bringing back to the community. I you took away, now you bringing back.
Get another name.
People's gangster is going to perish. Yeah. It's going to perish. It's going to perish. Make it descent.
Only little kids like love gangsta and what.
But then
something else. That it could be about somebody like
imagine this. For a friend, let's say I'm your friend, and you come and you understand what people's gangster is, and I don't know what people's gangster is. I'm gonna be taught.
You don't know what people's gangster is.
People are quite mean, especially kids. Kids are quite mean. And that's the target market because they still got a long way to go. If we have to live on hope, when the concept that people's gangster, if we have to live on hope, we live on the hope that we see IQ improve. Is strong for them to grasp. In grasp, so everybody else should grasp. If one has grasped, they say a family. But everybody has a blonde moment. Everybody's got a blonde moment. When I'm telling you something, when you understand at that time. Who's after the 2000? Must heal it to them. Yeah. The one thing is sure. So feel like the people just do Mutanga. Change
yona iyafuneka yena bakamtshintsha igama mkayilinye igama angazi noma yini mkayilinye igama uta something yabona aba-wise guy basesoweto khona lezi zamabhekutho shamawota lezi wazi ukuthi noma advice yami efuna isibandithola kulawo thina he's been through it all.
There's one people's gangster that I know and which the whole world knows, Nelson Mandela.
He's the people's gangster.
Yeah. His gang
What makes him the people's gangster?
His gang was ANC.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his people was South Africa. Yeah.
So if you were to meet somebody who introduces himself as the people's gangster, you say a Nelson Mandela wannabe, a second-hand Nelson Mandela, or a new Nelson Mandela in the making?
Not necessarily. He probably.
You say you know one people's gangster.
Yeah.
Then why not necessarily the gangster that you're meeting? Why don't you think him in the same light then? Why don't you take him in the same light?
Probably he'll be doing something for the people for a different reason that Nelson Mandela was doing it for.
I mean, if you help someone, you need to sustain it.
Yeah.
You can't just bring taps to the poor people and then leave, and then only come back after 10 years to put roads. That's just not it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the upliftment corner, but then it's not enough, man. They're just spending their money on themselves. Here you're listening to the news on the telly. People are forging money. I mean, people are taking money from the system. People are eating poor people out of their houses. People are not getting electricity. It's cold, people. Winter's here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I don't feel they're doing enough.
But now, going back to the people's gangster, gangster of the people.
Yeah, man.
Many youngsters out there, my man, are struggling.
Yeah, man.
Youngsters are struggling to make means, to get by. And from the cultural perspective as well, that's identity. From the identity perspective, it's even worse. Most youngsters don't even know themselves. So if you were to have, to give a mandate to a person like that, somebody who claims to be the people's gangster, give a mandate, what authority would you give him to say, okay, what would you expect from him basically to say, this is what I expect you to at least do for the youth, for the people?
I'd say more than money or what do they call it, aid.
Yeah.
It's more of self-knowledge.
Yeah.
You have to know yourself first.
Yeah.
In order to begin the next step of knowing what to do with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you don't really know yourself, then there's nowhere you're going. You're just gonna keep bouncing up and down, procrastinating, thinking of doing this and that, and at the same time you're thinking of what you wanted to do before. So, I mean, we really need to know yourself first. That's what it is, man.
But for most people out there, my man, it's very difficult to even get to that point.
It is difficult.
That's
why?
why we wonder sometimes why people are on the streets.
That's because of I'd say it starts as when you're still a child. Everything that goes on around you affects how you're gonna think. It affects how you're gonna act. It affects how you're gonna communicate with other people. In turn, those people are gonna give you their own opinion, and then maybe you go with that, and that's another change.
So Robinhood's work, your people's gangsters' work, the work of those people should not be limited to the financial side.
No, it shouldn't.
Even the mental.
It's just part of it.
Yeah.
Even the mental.
Yeah.
Even the mental, my friend. The finance is just part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to know that if we're gonna make this money, we have to sit down and share it equally.
Yeah.
At the same time, understand that some people are doing more than others.
Yeah.
So what is it that you want to do in order to be on par with everyone else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if that can happen, then everyone will be equal. But it's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might happen when I'm dead, but let's not even go there. 'Cause I don't know. You know?
All right, conclude, my man. The people's gangster. What's the people's gangster to you? Who is the people's gangster? Who is a people's gangster?
Okay, the people's gangster, I feel, is someone who really wants to be part of something. Someone who really wants to join the struggle and try and bring it back to other people. You know what I mean? The people's gangster is essentially someone who thinks of others before thinking of themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whether they accept it or not, whether they believe it or not.
Whether they believe it or not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's that basically, man. You know
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much.
Peace.
All right, man.
I'd say as long as you inspire people, then hey man, carry on. Be your people's gangster.
A lot of things come to mind, but to put him in a box, I'd say he's someone who woke up one day and felt that I want to change the world and help people.
I think that would probably be in the music industry, where someone would say, yeah, I'm a people's gangster, a musician, and saying probably that he's hustling and giving music for the people.
Without a nyama, easy to be ho, no fear, no what, escape ever stops me. People's gangsta, who's that? People's gangsta, who's that?
But you for the people. You are the people's gangsta, the gangsta of the people, but you still doing bad things. It doesn't make sense.
Just to cover the whole.
There's only one people's gangsta, fortunately.
So in other words, you're like another Robinhood. You steal from the rich and give to the poor.
No, I said anything. If I have to steal from anybody, I'm not for the people. Because he's one of the people, the person I'm stealing from. If I have to help somebody, if I have to push somebody out of the way in order to go and get their bread, that is not proper. We should always find non-violent means, like the Luther Kings who preached back in the days. Non-violent means to achieve our goals. Even if we have to get out on the street, sizabalaza. We need to zabalaza in a way ukuthi asithatheli lo mawuleli uphandayo matamati wakhe just to prove a point. You understand? We should find ways, constructive ways. We're dealing with so many social issues at the moment. So we need, for me, the people's gangsters, the ghetto hope carriers, the trump cards of the ghetto, those kind of people, the Malcolm X's, the Stephen Bikos, people who will arise and make sure we find solutions to the problems. A people's gangster is the kind of concept that is meant to achieve that.
Hamba buya langa chona, lala vuga ngena puma, isiru Argentina, na spray boko mfana kiyasisha, kai kapa kai mohla ofi kapa ofi roba le maratswana, as long agenda jaga iphetera ra kina tawa le maikutlo ababa ngwele bo mphato ba ka shakeng kinoba ncha dira jolo gore ba le setse go ntseba ka re kwile ba re ke ba ntsebe ge ke ba buja ka wo waka wa go nwa metsi gore you the cover gangster, one man extravaganza, the most dangerous MC in the whole of GLOBE. Champions, quitty, people's gangsta reason is the game. Attention, seek a middle name, and why would I so much seek attention? Billion has to touch with his axioms, man. Ask everybody else, racing against time. As a matter of rhyme, share the setting quantity. Daily walk go crazy. Deliver vocabulary, generative summons annually. Oh, I'm an empty. What? I'm an empty. People's gangsta.